Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I am Ayu Ukhti Muslimah. I'm from Muhammadiyah University of Jember, and in this video I will try to explain my teaching learning media that was implemented at SMA Negeri Kalisat. And this video is made for fulfilling the final examination of the scientific subject. Happy watching, guys! So, here is the idea as a response for the problem at SMA Negeri Kalisat, Visual Based Media and Zep Quiz. And here is the problem. For collecting the problem, we implemented the table diamond method. So in the first statement there is understanding phase or diverse phase, and also goal setting or converge phase. In understanding phase, we gather as much as information from the interviewing for students from the representation of the class. And from the interviewing we can get as much as information the problem and also the point of view of the students about teaching learning process of English subject. So after that we can present the problem in the user journey diagram. From the user journey diagram we can identify the pain point or the main challenge students face in learning activity. So the main challenge students face is boredom due to monotonous learning activities. It is because the limited availability of LCD projectors, making teachers rarely use them as a learning medium. As a result, integration of technology in the classroom mostly relies on the use of students' personal smartphones, which increases the risk of distraction from other applications. So actually, at SMA Negeri Kalisat there are 4 LCD projectors, but when the teacher want to use it, the teacher must set it properly, and it takes time at the beginning of the learning process, so it is not efficient. So the teachers rarely use them as a learning medium, and as a result, the students feel so bored at the class. And then from the problem, we continue to create the problem to the question solution. This is how we make the material delivery and teaching learning activities more engaging and interactive for the students. So after we come up with the questions for solution, we next to the second diamond. This is the risk collect ideas for solution, and then also analyze and select the options of solution. So for collect ideas for solution, we did brainstorming, collect as much as solution to solve the problem, and then after we can gather as much as ideas, we can analyze best solution that quite acceptable. So from the brainstorming and analyzing phase, we come up with this product to solve the problem about the teaching learning activities more engaging and interactive for the students. I propose 5 products here because I think if I use just one media, it is not quite enough for fulfilling the students' need. So here I use 5 products. The first one is PPT. PPT used to present material about narrative text. It can be the definition and then generic structure and also the example of narrative text. And the second is picture. In the picture I present character comparison images from Western and Indonesian narratives are used to build cultural relevance that is familiar to the students, while also strengthening their understanding of the characteristics of narrative text. So I will use the picture to increase their critical thinking, to relate it with their culture. And at the end of the picture, I also ask them about what is the most popular narrative that come from gender. And the next product is YouTube video. In the YouTube video, I had activity. I give the activity for the students like watching movie together, but in this case it's about narrative tag. And the next is fill of name. To pick the student's name randomly to answer questions based on the words video. So after the students watch the YouTube video, I will arrange some of the questions based on the video. The students name the appears must answer the questions based on the video. And the last is sleep game. I choose it because students engage in practice exercise on narrative tech through fun, game-like activities that make the learning process more enjoyable and interactive. Because in Jeep game, students can answer the questions, trial to answering the questions based on the narrative tag given. So it will be more enjoyable and interactive for them. And yeah, I think it is efficient to catch their attention. And the next is reason of choosing the product. The first one is addressing the problem of monotonous learning activities. The selected media aim to reduce students' burden caused by monotonous learning activities. By incorporating varied and engaging tools, the learning process becomes more dynamic and enjoyable. And the second one, supporting learning relevant to the digital generation. As we know that students use handphone in their everyday life by give digital media such as videos, interactive quizzes, and random names generators aligns with students' familiarity with technology. It encourages greater involvement and enthusiasm during the lessons. And the next, delivering material in a systematic and efficient way. PowerPoint presentations are used to organize and present the lesson content in a clear, structured way, enhancing students' comprehension because the PowerPoint contains some of the visual media and also the material arranged structured and it can be accessed anytime and anywhere, so I think it is also efficient. And the last is enhancing student participation and interactivity. So the picture character comparison images from Western and Indonesian narratives help students visually understand the characters and their cultural background. So students didn't know about the Western narrative text, but also they know that Indonesian also have many stories of narrative text, and even in Jember there is also narrative tag they know maybe. And then the next, YouTube videos provide audio visual context to narrative tag, making the material more engaging and easier to comprehend. So because from the video it is like we watch the movie, I think it is the fun activity because students can understand the sequence of the problem, the sequence of the story based on the act of the character in the movie. And then the next, wheel of names is used to randomly select students for participation, creating a more inclusive and engaging classroom atmosphere. Because this is the way to catch the students' attention. When they feel there is opportunity for their name to be appears in the sprint, they will get their attention and will be more focused on the teaching learning process. And then the last, shape quiz serves as an interactive assessment tool that gamifies the evaluation process, increasing students' motivation and focus. It's because shape quiz is a type of the quiz in the form of game, so it can increase the students' motivation and also their focus. So here is the product or the prototype. The first one is the PPT from the link, and then about the YouTube video about the movie of narrative tag. The picture, there is a comparison between the Western picture and also Indonesian picture, Cinderella and also Bawang Merah Bawang Putih. And then this is Timun Mas and also Snow White. And this is well of name. There is all of name of the students at class like this, and the last is shape quiz. Here in the game we can adjust and adjust the profile, and also can get ready avatar for the hair. Maybe I will pick them as a female or also male, or just the party and skin. It can be blue or yellow or pink and green. And for the face, you can change this maybe. The narrative tag, and then they must answer the questions by the narrative tag they have read. And so I can go to here. Yes, like this. Here is the questions. What makes classroom 90 different from the other classroom in the school? We must choose the correct answer, and this is. So here like this, if we answer the questions correctly. Who is the main character in the story? Okay, like this. So here we can also see the participant and also the rank. So, yes, if we to the students' responses, is the students give similarly positive responses throughout the use of various learning media, including game-based quizzes, PowerPoint presentation, videos, and images. They found game quizzes to be the most enjoyable and helpful in understanding the material more easily. Visual media such as PowerPoint and videos were considered effective in making the lesson clearer and more engaging. But however, a few students suggested that the delivery of the material could be slightly slower to ensure better comprehension. The learning media also can be added by using music to get more joyful learning. But overall, students found that learning experience was interactive, enjoyable, and aligned with their learning preferences. About the project effectiveness in solving the problem, the use of media and learning has proven to be quite effective. This was evident from the observation made during the learning process, where students appear enthusiastic and more actively engaged, and the feedback conducted from Google Form. However, there were still a few students who occasionally took the opportunity to use their phones for non-academic purposes. Even so, the frequency of such behavior has decreased compared to previous meetings. As a follow-up, I plan to continue using this media while adjusting them to suit upcoming learning activities and materials. However, I realize that the feedback from students regarding the media use is still lacking in detail. Therefore, I will reevaluate the types and presentation of the media, while also seeking more targeted feedback from students on their effectiveness. This can also be done by involving students in selection or creation of the learning media, so that they feel a sense of ownership and are more motivated to actively participate in the learning process. Okay, that's all my or our ideas about the students problem at SMA Negeri Kalisat. Sorry for all mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.